Alright, check. It seems like the mic is okay, but I'm not monitoring myself right now, so I don't know how I sound. Not gonna turn it on because it's gonna put me off real bad. I don't think you should be monitoring anyway with a setup like this. This is not at all an appropriate setup. But you know what, future me, I tried. I hope you can at least appreciate my attempt. And hey, if my voice is really gonna bother you, then good news. I'm also streaming this. And I believe... Hold on. Okay, yeah. The stream shouldn't be capturing my microphone, just the game. So there you go. Get the best of both worlds. Get your typical silent gameplay, and then you get this. Alright. I don't even want to talk anymore about this shitty microphone setup that I have. Should have brought a dedicated microphone back then, instead of a drawing tablet that you barely used. You know what? Lesson learned. I don't regret the drawing tablet, honestly. I think I just regret buying it so soon when I knew nothing about drawing. You should have started drawing on pen and paper first. And use the money that you would have spent on the drawing tablet to buy a decent microphone, at least. Like some budget mic that's gonna do you better than this headset mic setup that you spent so long. I spent so long, much longer than I thought I would, just trying to adjust things. I am... hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like 15 or so test recordings. I recorded myself speaking normally, I recorded myself while playing a game. I hate all but one of... well, no, I hate all of those recordings, honestly. I guess no matter how hard I try to make this work, it's just... it is what it is, right? It is a headset mic that is not meant for recording voice logs or commentary or whatever. But I hope you, future me, watching this at some point in the near or distant future will find it somewhat endearing, at least. Maybe it'll give you that vibe of... the same vibe that people get when they go back and watch old school videos on YouTube from like 2005, 2007, whatever. I'm sure there's an appeal to this like, amateur-ish setup and stuff that I'm doing right now. Because I am an amateur, I'm not a big audio person. If the 15 or so test recordings that I spent just trying to get things right wasn't already an indication I'm not well versed into audio. If there's one field in the tech world that I think I fall really short on and know absolutely nothing about, it's audio. I just buy things that allow me to hear things and allow other people to hear me, and I don't think about it any more than that. But it's a lot more complicated than that. It's much more complicated than I thought. It already looked complicated even without the context. When you look at audio interfaces and mixers and whatnot, you see all these knobs, you see all these settings that people can adjust. And I don't know what I was thinking, honestly, when I decided to do this. But I think I've waited long enough. I've waited longer than I would like and I've already been semi-spoiled by two things. Granted, they're nothing major, like no major story things or anything, but I've been made aware of a funny PAL animation. And I've also been made aware of the existence of a very interesting PAL. So that's something. Again, nothing major, but both of those things I would have loved to see in-game myself. But I decided to wait. I decided to do my best to make something work here, because I didn't want to jump into this experience just doing the same thing. But here I am recording a separate stream for my future self in case he hates this audio setup I have so much. So if all the... like, if the quality of my voice doesn't bother you, but it's the background noise, like the blowing of the wind, like the rustling and whatnot, then you can watch the silent stream, which I really hope. I don't want to keep going back to these audio settings. It is on... yeah, it is on that track. Okay. I didn't even know what audio tracks were until recently. I'm that much of a noob when it comes to audio. I think I did enough research. In fact, you know, future me, can you look at the channel and just see the gap between uploads? That's not just me tending to personal matters. That's me trying to figure this stuff out. Or that's how long it took. Like, I did a considerable amount of research, but sometimes for me, even a lot of research is not enough, because I like to think I'm a bit of a... not super slow, but I am a bit of a slow learner. So, see how long I spent trying to get something to work. See how much I'm trying for you right now. So if you don't like what I'm doing right now, I hope you at least... I'm peaking, I think. Yeah. God. See if I can... let me see if I can bump that down a bit. Just a tiny bit. Because I seem to be hitting... well, I'm hitting the reds. No. Ugh. Bump it down even more. I think I spent so much time adjusting. Am I... is that good? Oh, no, it's not. This is honestly very frustrating for me. Like, I was happy when I decided to pick up... I haven't gotten any better at drawing, honestly. It's been, what, over a year? Trying to... not drawing on the tablet, but just drawing on pen and paper. I still haven't improved much, if at all. Ah, I bumped the gain down a bit. At least I'm still in the... no. You know what, screw this. The amount of time I spent just adjusting things, doing test recordings and whatnot, trying to figure out how to make this work. Because I really don't think, no matter what I do in OBS, what kind of filters I apply, looking at Windows settings, the audio console, whatever, this is just the best I could do for now. I'm just gonna chalk this up to a hardware limitation. How long have I spent talking to myself? 10 minutes? 10 minutes or so? Alright, that's fine. I mean, this is supposed to be for you, future me, so I hope you don't mind all the yapping. I mean, you're probably going to forget a lot of what I'm going to say. You forgot a lot of things in life. You know, some things more important than others. Some things you really shouldn't have forgotten, but I guess I've gotten worse at remembering things. I somehow retained a lot of useless information, but I'm struggling a bit. That's just life, I guess. And I hope your life is okay, future me. Like, if you're watching these videos because you're feeling down or whatever, or you wanted to reminisce, then I hope whatever situation you're in right now, you're doing okay. And if you're not, I hope you can at least hold on to some hope. Right? Because that's the thing, I'm trying to be I'm trying to have a more hopeful outlook in life. You know, when I started doing all this recording stuff, it's not just because I wanted to preserve these precious gaming memories that will probably be lost again if I didn't do this. It's also because I wanted to, I'm trying to be, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to be better in general. I'm still pretty negative, but I'm a lot less negative now about certain things in life. I hope, future me, that if you're somehow slipping back into that super negative mindset, then you can look back on this and remember that being super negative, it doesn't help. It's not going to help you. And this is not exactly like groundbreaking advice or whatever. That's just a given, right? If you think that life is shitty all the time, then you will live a really shitty life. So part of living a good life is changing your mindset. And I like to think I'm doing an okay job at being more positive, at least when it comes to how I view things in life. You know, I have a little more faith. I'm a bit more hopeful. I try not to dwell too much on the negative because it really does. It still kind of gets me, honestly. Like, I'm trying, but it still kind of gets me. This is, I guess this is just a part of me that it's going to be really hard to change, but I cling on to these negative thoughts and experiences real hard. So of all the things to remember, I decided to cling on to a lot of bad experiences in the past. So I'm trying to change that. And I hope, again, future me, hope you're doing okay. Don't think too negatively about life. I am recording these in the hopes that, you know, your past gaming memories will bring you some joy in the future. And if not joy, I hope it'll make you feel something other than complete misery. So say, this is gonna sound morbid, this just came to my head, but if you're watching this when you're on your deathbed or whatever, then if you're watching this while you're on life support, then if whatever serious illness or condition you find yourself in doesn't kill you, then maybe your cringe commentary from the past will. I don't even know if you can call this commentary. It's more like a voice log that's squished into a video game, but I guess I am commenting. I will be commenting about things in the game. So, kind of qualifies as commentary, I guess, but it's not, it's far from the typical commentary that you get from Let's Players. I don't even consider myself a Let's Player, because that implies that this is meant for an audience. And the only audience this is meant for is you, future me. So appreciate this. At the very least, if you're not gonna like it, I hope you can at least appreciate it. Especially since I spent so long trying to get something to work. I'm at 15 minutes or so now, just talking about myself talking to myself. So that's something. I guess this is what making a journal is about after all. Like if you're writing about your own experiences on a typical written journal, you're going to be talking about your experiences in this weird voice log gaming journal hybrid that I'm making. I'm still not going to call this like a let's play because it doesn't feel right. I did go through, I think, more effort than I should have trying to make a bunch of labels to organize all these gameplay videos that I have. And they're all sort of a play on the term let's play, so I hope you appreciate that too. I really hope the community, the YouTube community posts don't get discontinued or go away at some point, because I don't know where else to cram the guide for all the labels. Maybe I can make, or maybe I can think of something if that does happen. Like at present, not in the future. But I think that's enough about me. I should... Ah, don't have any water next to me. I'm not used to talking. Not only am I not used to talking to myself out loud, I'm not used to talking out loud in general. I'm not talking about that in terms of anxiety or whatever. It's just straining to me. I need to go take a sip of water or something. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go get a glass of water right now. Not even in the game yet, and I already have to... Yeah, alright. Give me a second, future me. Ah, wow. I really should have prepared. Like, I wasn't prepared for what I was gonna say, but I really should have prepared, like, everything else before starting this. I should have gotten some water, should have made sure that everything else is taken care of first. I mean, most things are taken care of. Like, I'm not that irresponsible. So, there you go, future me. Apart from trying to be more positive, you're also trying to be more responsible person. It's not like I'm super irresponsible or anything, but I do still have that bad habit of putting things off just for the sake of my own joy. Like, I want to do things that I want to do first, but I'm trying to be more responsible. Trying to think of other things more often. More things than myself. And I say that to you now, future me. It's just so funny. I just said I'm trying to think about more things other than myself, but I'm sitting here right now trying to record something for my future self. Like, I'm not a narcissist. I don't think I am anyway, but that's too much time talking. And time is not something I have a lot of right now, so I really need to get going. So, Palworld 1.0. I just said a few minutes ago that I was trying to be less negative and have a less negative outlook in life, but this was one of the things that I felt maybe not negative, maybe that's not the right word, maybe a little pessimistic is the better way to describe this, because even after I saw the announcement that Palworld 1.0 is coming out on July 10, a part of me didn't believe Pocket Pair, and I think I'm somewhat justified for thinking that, because they do have another game called Craftopia, and I don't think they're gonna finish it anytime soon. It's stuck in early access, and I think it's sitting at mostly negative reviews right now, at least the recent reviews, because I did check out of curiosity when Palworld 1.0 did drop, against my own pessimistic thoughts. When Palworld did drop, come out of early access, I checked Craftopia out of curiosity, and it is sitting at mostly negative reviews. The recent reviews are, not the overall. I think the overall reviews were mixed, and the recent reviews were mostly negative. And I did see this saying somewhere online. I think some people have tossed it around. It's that Craftopia needed to fail so Palworld could succeed. And if Craftopia... Is it paid? Is it a paid game? I'm not going to check right now. Because I don't have, like I said, I don't have the time to be sidetracked. Or I don't have the time to waste on stuff. Now is not a good time, but I don't think I'm going to wait for a better time, because I said earlier, I've already been semi-spoiled. I've seen two things that I really should have seen for myself, but I decided to wait until I got something working, and this is barely working. That's enough of that. Palworld 1.0. After over 2 years of early access, Palworld has finally officially released. To all Pal Tamers who have played the game up to this point, thank you very much. 1.0 adds many new features to make your time on Palpagos even more exciting, including new pals, story content, missions, new areas, mechanics, and more. We recommend starting a new character to get the most out of this experience, which I will. I think I mentioned that on a pre-play post. But your save data can be continued if you wish to do so. I will not. That will ruin the experience for me. I have a jet dragon that I fed... Well, I have a jet dragon that is like how It's like 3 or 4 stars upgraded, as well as a bunch of other pals. And that would just sour the experience for me, I think. Just starting a new world with, you know, level 50, 60 gear and level 50, 60 pals. You know. And I think, no, not think, I remember reading the channel log or change log for this game, and they said they generally made it easier to progress through the game, and they made it more viable for early game pals to be carried to late game. So that's something, if I really wanted to carry Lamb of God with me all the way to the end, which I don't think I will, but I can. It's good to know that Pocket Bear thought of that. From everyone here at Pocket Bear, thank you very much for your continued support. Looks like we have all the super marketable... Maybe not this one. All the super marketable... Or this one either. Like, these... these 5. So... Real quick, tab out and check something. Again, with the checking and the troubleshooting and the making sure amateur future me. This is as amateur as one can get. So again, if you somehow missed what I said earlier, future me, then you're just gonna have to bear with this shit quality mic I have, and possibly even shittier quote-unquote commentary. And if it really is unbearable for you, there should be a live stream that doesn't have my voice being recorded in it, just the game audio. So I can probably spare an hour or so to do this, because I just want to start dipping my toes in. Oh, okay. I don't think I'm gonna call this new world this name. Would you? No. Not really, because I'm doing this myself. I was gonna say, would you consider this doxing? It's like, no, it's not. Like, 800 days! I spent 800 in-game days in this. And I'm just level 59. I think I have like a little under 5 hours of playtime in this one save file. Maybe like 400 hours and then another 100 hours in this. Proto-Palpagos. Proto-Smiley. Also, future me, this is what EVL SML means, Evil Smiley. So there you go, there's your context. Why did I name myself EVL SML in the YouTube channel when I should have just named myself Evil Smiley? I don't care to explain. I'm not going to explain because I have no explanation for that, actually. I just decided I would do that. But yeah, a part of me is kind of sad that I'm probably never gonna touch this again. Again, like they said, you can just boot up an old save if you want to, but I don't want to do that just for the sake of my experience. Maybe after I finish the game in the new save file, I'll look back at this. Maybe it'll be fun for me to try and remember all the stuff I did. I did do a revisit not too long ago, and I think I remembered most of the things that mattered to me. But whatever, that's enough about that. Well, do I want to? Here. That's something. I will. Okay, just Difficulty can be changed after creating a world. Casual. Need survival games. Want to enjoy relaxing life with your pals. Need more XP. Battles become much easier. Penalties when dying. Standard game balance. All materials are dropped on the spot. Survival game veterans. Unforgiving elements of Palpagos. The player takes more damage and deals less damage. Upon death, all pals as well. Well, no, that doesn't sound fun at all. Uh, it feels kind of tempting almost, but then again, how much more frustrating would this be? Then again, they did say they made the game easier for you to progress in general. No, I'm not doing that. Just normal. I'm not gonna ruin this experience by making this more difficult than it should be. I'm here to have fun. Finish setting up world and start game. No custom settings, that'll ruin it for me too. Well, I'm surprised this is still the same. I guess they just decided to stick with this art style. It looks like all the character customizations are... The character presets are the same. I'll just do the same thing I did in the past. I feel like this one could have been worked on as well. I feel like the character models and the presets and the character customization options could have been worked on a bit more. Maybe even changed. I don't hate this. It's just... it's giving that early access unfinished feeling. Is that... I mean, I'm not going to question the art style too much, but that kind of looks off, doesn't it? Or is that just me? Decrease the torso size. What's the default? 50? Oh no. How is this changing? Is it... okay, it's... changed that to 40, I guess. Arm size. No, I'm not gonna beat that. Let's go for the nimble pal trainer approach. No, not... not like that. Maybe this can be at 50. Now, why not? I'll leave it like that. Eyes. Awakened? No. Stars in their eyes? Literally? No. Just the default is fine. I am gonna change this to... what's a good orange? How do I get orange? There we go, bright orange. I think something's going on around me. I may have to step away again. I'm sure if it's important, someone will get my attention. Black. brown. I think brown is fine. Hold on. Ugh. I think I'm fine. I think that's just the neighbors. Eyebrow color. Where's the hair color? Change the face a bit. Well, I mean... Sure. Shit. That's amazing. I don't think the shit-eating grin face was in pre-release. Let's see. What the fuck? What? Is that a chickpea? Just a random chickpea? Oh yeah. Like this? Well, This looks like that... You know how anime has that one character that's just very punchable? Like the guy who's way too cocky for his own good? It's reminding me of that guy. Hair color. Want to spend too long customization? Why not? Yeah, haha. Yeah. All right. How do I zoom out? Why am I... Okay. Can you zoom out, please? Can zoom out. Well, that's fine. Equipment display. That doesn't seem to be working. That's weird. You'd think, unless I'm not using that right, but you'd think they would check if all the things would work before pushing out the full release, but again, I don't know if I'm using that right. The dark hair. Yeah, There we go. I think this looks very close to what pre-release Evil Smiley looked like, minus the shit-eating grin. Yes, I'm ready to start the game. I've been ready to start the game ever. Activate the Great Eagle statue. Okay. I'm... I'm really surprised that they decided to keep that intro. I thought that was just like an early access placeholder intro, but I guess that's just how it starts. Okay, nice swiping animation that wasn't there before. Find a note from another adventurer. You can check their journeys from the options screen. Some bread. That's good. Does it look better? I guess it kind of does. I didn't change any graphic settings. I just kept them the same way they were as well, back when I was playing the pre-release version. Who's... What is that? Just a random chickpea clucking noise. Oh, it's must be that. But I could hear it from the customization screen. That I don't think that's normal. Maybe maybe should have checked that before the full release? Question mark? Okay. Inventory, technology. Let's just get this. Campfire, wooden chest, repair bench. The PAL box, obviously. I feel like that should have been unlocked, like, by default. Don't know why you would give people the option to not unlock that, since it's super essential, but okay. Unused stat, I'll save it. You shipwrecked? It's been a while since I've seen anyone who wasn't reeking of PAL. You mean someone who doesn't smell like a wild animal? Okay. I was part of the scouting party, tasked with bringing back information about this unknown island to our homeland. Oh. So, well, I guess that makes sense. It's called Palpagos Islands, but the world, this isn't the entire world, so there would be other islands and actual nations out there, wouldn't there be? This island is hell on earth, everyone else is already gone, all of them snuffed out by ferocious pals. You mean those chickens? Hey, you. Hand me that device you have over there. You hand her you hand her your device and she quickly gets to work. Black background, white text, just like me. There, I've installed a survival guide for you. It's the fruit of our literal blood, sweat, and tears. If it helps even one person, then, well, chickpea noises, our sacrifices wouldn't have been for nothing. There are more than a few entries in there that are essential for survival here. So try to make good use of them while you can. Once you've got those sorted, let's see. Ah, there's a small settlement just a short ways ahead. You should go there and see if they can help you. Be careful out there. You're not going to talk about how those damned pals killed all your friends? You ran out of land or space or whatever it is to bury the bodies, but when more than 100 people died and whatnot. No, I'm kind of upset they cut that dialogue from the game. That's just so hilariously gruesome. Like, you take your first step into the world, you see these fucking cute chicken things. You see all these cats and sheep and other seemingly harmless things running around, and then you see this person, you talk to them, it's like, you see those fucking animals over there? They killed all my friends. Like, more than 100 of us died. Like, oh, wow, okay. Check the survival guide. Palpedia. Okay. Just 3 for now. Survival guide. I was expecting the survival guide to be bound to a key or something. Like an actual survival guide that doesn't require you to go into the pause menu. How to stay alive. I got that while I was in the pause menu. That's not... Set up a workbench. Controls, keyboard, WASD, summon, pal, throw, sphere. Build, jump, aim, attack, partner skill, reload. Oh yeah, they added new partner skills and changed... Eh, oh, is that a new dodge animation? That's nice. Ah, you've been clucking since the customization screen. Please stop. Partner skill, reload, change weapon, crouch, roll, sprint, pal commands. Yeah, I just rolled, so I know that. I still remember that at least. Oh yeah, the pal commands. They said you can actually... I don't think you could actually do this pre-release, but now you can actually instruct pals to attack specific targets. You can... you could tell them, like, their plan of attack, like, should they charge in, should they be defensive, but I don't think you could instruct them to attack specific targets, unless you were aiming at someone or something, and you brought a pal out. So that's nice. Controller, my controller's broken at the moment, so I'm not going to use a controller. I don't think I will. This is not a game that I want to play with using a controller. Do first branches. I think all of this are all of these things are still the same. No changes to the HUD either. Well, I'm questioning why things are the same, but it's not like all of these are bad. They don't look... Not all of them give that same feeling of, something still being in early access, but I'm just surprised that no one... I guess they were happy with it. I'm not really complaining. At least it's easy to read. Guild. Sanity partner. Equipment to... Did they fix the item rot? I'm wondering. No, they didn't. Thank God. That was a weird thing too. You can just keep sorting your items over and over again and it would just... Did they? Okay, no, yeah, they didn't fix it, thank God. That'll save me the trouble. When something's expiring, you just sort it again in the inventory. It's like it just came out of the oven or wherever it came from. New pickup animation, that wasn't in early access. Primitive workbench. Do I want to build here? I was gonna say build here for old time's sake, but... Because there's these... There are these ruins and stuff that just seems like it's not a very good... I shouldn't say anything about being a good use... Making good use of space. My old Palworld bases were very inefficient, but wasn't that one of the update notes as well, where they increased the base, the building size? Here. Right, this seems like a nice spot, just next to a river. Let's put this here. Fallen branches or trees. I already, well, guess I'll do it again. Craft. Oh. Craft and stone pickaxe at a primitive workbench. Wow. Okay, let me go get some stone to build an stone pickaxe. I mean, it's minor again. It's just... I mean, a lot of polish did go into the game, but it's more for the mechanics and not all this... the guides and flavor text. I imagine most of their attention went to making sure the game has more content and all of it is optimized. So, little typo there. It's not gonna bother me that much. It's just funny to see. Wooden club. Axe to get more wood. Was that? I don't think... I'll look at it again later. I thought that was a new... Sure hope the audio is not leaking through. Because apparently that's a thing. Like if you have a horrible setup like mine, it's possible for game audio to leak into the microphone, so that's something. But again, future me, if that bothers you too much, just watch the silence stream. No, I'll save it. A little bit more, because I'm gonna build a chest. Sure hope I'm not cutting in and out. There's audio leaking and then there's me cutting in and out. Try my best. Again, future me, I'm trying my best. I'm gonna try to not worry about that too much now because I'm already in the game. Oh, right, wait. Oh, stone. Switch the spheres so I don't lose the mega spheres by accidentally pressing Q, which I have done before. Lamb Ball. I think Lamb of God was a lucky Lamb Ball, right? I mean, the first one wasn't. The new Lamb of God that I had, my old save, was a lucky Lamb Ball. Just adjusting myself. Oh right. Next to this. It's almost nighttime, so that's... Gotta get a fire going. Just offload. Wait, no, shift. Take one, take... Okay, we're just right click. I'm used to pressing shift left click to move everything. And sort that so it stays fresh. Now I need a pickaxe. Stone and wood. Yeah? I mean, you jumped in there. What did you expect? Ow! Hit my hand on my desk. It's funny, because... Hello. It's funny because that just reminded me of the test recordings that I did. Because I wasn't just spending so much time fiddling with OBS filters, trying to get this awful headset mic to work properly. I also tested this while I was playing some single-player Survivor in Aliens versus Predator. And I made a lot of questionable noises there, I realized. I mean, I guess that's fair. The game does make me tense when I play it. Like, I don't think, no matter how many times I play that game, I'll still feel somewhat tense. And I will scream in pain because I am connected to my... I'm the kind of gamer that connects his real self to his in-game avatar. So if I take a shitload of damage, I just yell, "Ow!" And then people who live close to me will start questioning what's happening over there. Level 3. Technology points 9. Was that different? Is this one of the new changes where they said it would be someone aggroing? Oh no, they're fighting each other, that's fine. Yeah, kill each other. Just like how nature intended. Wait, tech... Is this one of the... Is this one of the changes where they said they would make things... No, they would make progression generally faster check again. Just make sure the audio's not leaking through. Wooden structure set. I don't need this. I've never been a fan of the spears in this game, or just spear weapons in general when I play. In the last one. No, I don't even have any pals yet. I'm not gonna get the dressing facility. But, oh, is that a line on the skybox? That's fine. Again, these things are very minor. If the gameplay holds up, then it doesn't really matter in the end. It didn't matter to me pre-release. Not just because the game wasn't finished, but a part of me felt like gameplay should be the absolute priority. It's just funny. Again, it's just funny to see these things in a full release version of a game. That's You know what? I need help. Oh, really? I caught up to him and I ran out of stamina, so I can't hit him? Hit him! Oh, whatever. Oh, wait. No, that would be a waste. Shit microphone. Awful commentary. If you can even call it that again. And the gameplay is also of questionable quality, but at least I'm having fun. No. Oh, they changed the sound effect. Did they change the... Oh, I think they removed it. Ah. If there was one thing from the pre-release that I wish they would have carried over, it's that funny bug where they launch... You get launched up. You can climb up a pal sphere that you threw to capture a pal. You can climb up it, and then when it disappears, it just launches you into the stratosphere. Do I have enough for a fire, or am I gonna die of cold? I do have enough for a fire. Okay. I really am gonna die of cold. Oh my god. Alright, thank you. Old bow. Wood, fiber. Okay. Do that for me. Wait. Let's not bring you out too often. I don't have anything to feed you with. Crafting an axe and pickaxe. Enhance stats. Boost stats. Well, there we go. Production, foundations, infrastructure, bed, wood. Catching a pal. I already caught one. Hmm. Oh, right. I was wondering, why is this damaged? Did something attack this? No. I forgot. You can't leave buildings outside of a build zone. You need a PAL box. How long have I been playing? An hour? God. I don't know if I have... No, I'm gonna push for it. I'm gonna yap a little less. And this really wasn't the best time to do this. But I'm not gonna wait for a better time. I've already waited long enough. Longer than I would have liked. Put the seeds away for now. I don't have use for the seeds yet. Just taking up space. Walk up the hill tends to end with this. Okay, yeah, this is the same. Tumble down the very bottom of the food chain itself. What do you have? Attack plus 10%, defense minus 10. What was... I'm not gonna think too much about Lamb of God. I'll keep catching lamb balls and just decide who the next one's gonna be. I have no... Yes, I do. What? Fiber and wool. Wood, fiber, and wool. I must build under a roof. Okay, then how much wood do I have? I just take all of it. Build a depressing little shack for myself. Wooden roof. Do I even have... I do, thank God. I was gonna say, do I even have enough wood now to make a bed? This would be funny, you build a shack so that you can put a bed in it, but the materials you use to build that shack is for the bed. And now you have a shack but no bed. Okay, work animation's still the same, it looks like. Oh my God. I took so long to get something working and it's already morning. That's... Levels. Well, no, I'm not gonna attempt it. Doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like there are any new starting pals. Then again, this is the very, very beginning area, isn't it? Like, no, just T-font, T-font, T-font. Did these things normally spawn here, or is that one of the adjustments as well? I think they said they also changed the spawn locations for certain pals. So that way you don't have to go looking too long to find a pal that fits a specific need or fulfills a specific role. Because I think the first water pals, I think, in the pre-release are quite a ways away from the spawn. Like you have to go, it's not that far, but it is a considerable distance to travel if you want a pal that can water. So I think that's why they made the adjustments. But again, I could be wrong about that. It has been a while. I don't think I went to the beginning areas during my revisit. $50. Sort that. No, move that. Sort that. Make sure the meat stays fresh. Because everyone knows, if you want to stop meat from going bad, just keep moving it around. Check again if my audio is leaking. It doesn't seem like it is. But if it does, again, I don't care. That's enough talking about the bad setup. Not too much, or else I'll slow down. I mean, I'll slow down drastically. I wondered why they even allowed something like that. Like, they let you pick up just absolutely everything and weigh yourself down to the point where you can't even... I mean, you can move, but like a centimeter an hour or an inch an hour. No, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm gonna make a bow. Just stone fiber. I don't have wood. Yes, I do. What? Oh, I need wood in my hands. That kind of sucks. Well, no. Again, I don't have an actual base. So that's probably it. I think they still have that thing, or that mechanic, where you can just keep crafting things and they'll keep pulling the materials out of the containers if needed. Do I have... no. 2 for 10. Take half. $170 arrows. More than enough for for now. Hold on, while you're doing that, food. Tech, what do I need for... I need to be level 5. So I gotta go out and kill more pals, I guess. It's fine, just keep sorting the food. Don't let it go bad. Oh, I ate all the bread, that's right. Level 4. Hey, look at that, I'm reaping the benefits of other people's hard work. I mean, other pals' hard work. So, hold on. Put the torch there. Okay. Melee, ranged, and then wood and stone harvesters. Right. Yep. Don't. Oh. Don't know why I did that. There's one right here. Large amounts of water pour from what is thought to be its nose, though some say that it is in fact just snot. This has sparked a fierce debate among PAL scholars. It's a liquid. You can just say that. It's a liquid. So, nobody's incorrect. I don't think I ever cared for Daydream. In any way. I didn't use Daydream for any work back then. I don't think I carried it around for combat either. There's only 90 left, I guess I'll help you finish it. What time is it? Let me reach for something. Good thing I didn't forget about that. Thank you. So hold on. I want to see how this... So there's a lamb ball. Well, first let's pet it. Let's pet... Command... No. Am I wrong? Like... I guess that kind of works. I mean, they are being more aggressive. I don't know. Okay, no, 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 no. Not that one. No. It's like 2 levels stronger than you. That's a waste, but I don't have anything else, I just realized. Appears full of confidence. Weak and cowardly. So the pal descriptions are still the same. What? Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, they changed it. Because in the pre-release, I keep saying this, but in the pre-release, if you were aiming something and you rolled, you would be brought out of aiming mode. That's nice. So you can sidestep while you're shooting. That's great. I should have sorted the food so it doesn't go bad. Cloth outfit. Yes. So I'm not running around naked, but that means also... Oh, a club would have been nice, actually. Wow, I just got... I feel like I've seen this before. Like this scene. I just got a weird moment of deja vu. Like, why do I remember... Or I think I remember being in this situation where I'm sitting here and I have 3 lamb balls coming towards me. Like here. In this almost exact spot. Weird. I think... Well, no, I'm still louder than the game. No, it's fine. Not gonna try too hard to get that sorted out anymore. I'm gonna chalk it up to hardware limitations that I can't make myself as loud as I want to. What? That's... I don't... Oh, this is nice. Oh, so when you scroll up and down, you can see where you have to scroll. You don't just have to look at what your character is holding. You can look to the right. That's nice. I'm not that far off from where I started. I mean, I did spend a lot of time just talking, didn't I? Whatever, I'm finally dipping my toes into... I'm finally dipping my toes into Palworld 1.0. And that's all that matters. What happened? Okay, I do. Lots of stone. Because if I remember anything from my pre-release playthrough, or pre-release gameplay, I don't... Is it a playthrough? Because in my mind, the word playthrough feels more like it would be best used for... Well, no, people use it for first time experiences and just casual runs. But I don't know why in my mind the word playthrough is not really synonymous with gameplay, because a playthrough in my mind has to be somewhat professional. It's probably coming from someone who's already played something before. Don't know why I thought that. I guess they are the same. Why come up with two terms for, you know, playing a game? Playthrough and gameplay. Oh, you would have been nice, actually, to have at that moment, instead of just me. How many do I need for this? 2. I'll make 3. I don't want to use all my wool. I have to remember to bring my pals out. But I don't want to feed them. I'll feed them. All this food is for me. Fiber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Cloth outfit. Finally, I have clothes. What? Oh. That's the sound they make? Didn't they have a much cuter sound than that? Huh. Weapon is damaged. Do I have any points? I do. Oh wait, no, I already got it. Repair bench. Alright, your turn. Look at him, hard at work, with that shit-eating grin. Just fix this one. And how much? Okay, no. Don't know why I'm worried. This is all starting equipment. Shouldn't be that expensive to fix. Because I think that's something that I sort of disliked about. Not really disliked, but I was kind of annoyed by how much more expensive. Granted, it is better gear, so what was I expecting? But I didn't see any point in using gear past a certain level or past a certain tier. I think I was comfortable just sitting at level 40 or 50 gear. Someone at the door? I'll let them call out. Usually they call out people's names. If I don't hear my name, I'm gonna assume it's not for me. Feed box. I have nothing to put in the feed box at the moment, but I can make a feed box at least. So, can I... No, just one more. Okay, just a bit more XP. Coward. Okay. Oh, they heal. I thought Okay, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, no, I think I remember reading this actually, where water pals, they made it so that more water pals would have this healing skill. Again, I could be mistaken. I could be catching these, but I need food at the moment. Food and XP. Okay, it is somewhat different now. Because back in pre-release, you could just keep clicking sword. And any items that you had that could degrade in your inventory would just reset their timers. Like, you didn't have to do this. Now you have to move things around. And then you can reset the timer so you can keep food fresh forever if you were determined to do that. Just two for now. Is this still bugged? No? Okay. Because I remember coming across a bug where if you were cooking something, and I think if you had a certain item, I think, or I think it was just any item, but if you were cooking something, sometimes the pan with food and all moving around would stay in your hand, and it would clip through whatever other item you were actually holding. So that was funny. Berry plantation, finally. Oh, they're not gliders anymore, they're called parachutes. But it's called a glider in... Okay. Oh wait, no, that was from the chest, I think. Suitability. So we need someone who can water, farm, and harvest. Berry seeds, wood, stone. But I also need beds, right? I'll just cook all these for now, because I think their timers, like, they take much longer to rot. I think the raw version's like 10 minutes, wasn't it? And this one's like 20. My pals could use it. I really need to start bringing them out more. I wonder how different this would be if I wasn't talking. Because right now, part of me is thinking, oh, maybe I would play much better if I just shut my mouth. I just play the game. Just don't record your thoughts at all. I don't think I'm doing that bad. I did, because in my test recordings, when I was playing Alien vs. Predator, I didn't do any better or worse than I did in all the previous times where I wasn't speaking. So I don't think it's me talking. Is my clothing gonna be enough to fight the coldness of night? More meat to cook. Palace view from primitive. Alright, I should do that, shouldn't I? Hmm. Was that different? Just a palladium fragment, that's it. Didn't it need wood or stone as well? Well, no, I guess maybe this is part of what Pocket Pair said, where they made progression much faster in early game. I hope my voice is coming along okay. No audio leaking or anything. I think I hit the reds at some point. But whatever. Too much time worrying, not enough time having fun. Let's make 10 for now. Not that much faster, but it is helpful. Is the stream doing okay? Stream seems to be doing fine. And for like the nth time, future me, you can just watch the stream if my microphone is gonna bother you that much. You're welcome. Really, I tried too hard for you, I think. Don't even know if you'll have the chance to watch all of this in the future. I guess barring some kind of catastrophe or Google and YouTube shutting down, you'll still be able to watch this, I think. And assuming that you're still you're able-bodied enough and you don't have some serious illness that you're fighting off, then you'll probably find some joy in this. Or at least appreciate what I'm doing. Put the gold away. I don't care if I lose the gold. That's like, even for early game, that's a pretty insignificant amount of gold. And buying, I don't think is going to matter much. Let me test this. Okay, yeah. It helps to have clothes. So you don't freeze at night. I don't think just buying things is going to help you very much early. You can... Ooh. Oh, there's a guy there. Hmm. I mean, that that adventurer did say, right, that there was a village up ahead. You can see if they can help you. I lost my thought already. Alright, buying stuff. I don't think... You can definitely go that route and just try to farm a bunch of gold and buy things early game, but just do everything yourself. Like, there aren't even any merchants here, as far as I know. But maybe that changed. Again, there's a town ahead. Get some food. Oh, it's that. It was like a whooshing sound. I'm worried for him. I thought that was me. Something happening with the recording and whatnot. Daydream. I think the palette description for this made it seem very Hold on. I guess I'll catch one. This one's level 4. Wow. Can I do this thing? No, I can't. Okay, they really fixed it. What? What the f— Oh, wait. Ah, they changed that as well. You needed an item for Daydream to be able to do this, but I guess now it's on by default. Because they have this like, interesting mechanic with them where I think Daydream and a few other pals as well, they could fight alongside you, but you don't actually have them deployed. So you can technically have 3 pals or 2 pals out at once and make fights easier. I don't know. I want to turn that off, actually. I don't like defensive. Okay. That'll help a little bit, I think, but I don't want you attacking pals for me all the time. And I think I'm gonna use you even less now, honestly, but what's... No, no, no. The Pupperai? Like Puppy Samurai? That's what it is? Okay. This is what I was saying. It puts those it is interested in to sleep and shows them an endless stream of happy dreams. Those who fall under its spell are never to wake until death takes them. That's awful. But I know I have an objective, but I just saw this. What else did I come across and didn't realize? A Capridy was somewhere and I didn't see it. Oh. So there's an animation for that now. You stop on your tracks and do a leap. Hold on. Pupperai? My god. Well, I think that's gonna solve my problem of not having a pal that can farm and plant seed. But where is it? It's grayed out in the Palpedia, so I came across it somewhere. Make sure I'm not weighing myself down. Is it down there somewhere? Oh. I don't think that was there either. This is very minor, but I think this was also... Does the water look nicer? Is that an effigy? So... Oh. That's very nice. Oh. Oh, I just keep going, oh. I mean, I saw the stuff in the changelog. They talked about it in their screenshots, but just seeing it in the distance like this. So that's the new wildlife reserve. That was the thing about the game and why I felt very impatient to play this. I was again, I was pretty pessimistic about the release of 1.0. I thought it wouldn't come out, and I thought it would keep getting delayed, and I wasn't expecting it to be stuck in perpetual early access like Craftopia, because at this point, so many people like Palworld, Pocket Pair made a lot of money from it. But that small part of me was expecting 1.0 to either not release as soon or at all for some reason. I was just a bit too pessimistic, but I was hopeful that it would release, and I was patiently waiting. And then I got increasingly impatient as I started seeing more teasers from Pocket Pair. They were showing off the new pals. There's this weird jester cat thing. And then there's... I was gonna say there was Anka, but that's not quite right. There's this other Egyptian-themed pal. This time it's a cat. And I think the teaser for this is one of the things that got me really excited and feeling really impatient. So when 1.0 dropped, I saw the patch notes, 14... not patch notes, the patch size. 14 gigabytes. That's... I mean, it is the full release, right? But a part of me was also surprised at how... Okay, thanks. A part of me was also kind of surprised at how weirdly small it was. I was expecting something like 20 gigs or something. But I didn't... I still don't have a good understanding of how... like, games are... like, how do I put this? I don't have a very good understanding of how games... like, how big games can be. Like, if you were really creative, I guess, or really resourceful, you can make games really small. And I believe there was this post, I don't know if it's true or not, but there was this post about how a game, there's this one game that someone made, or a group of people made, that was only in the kilobytes. And the reason why they could get away with that was because the game was... it didn't have a bunch of assets like other games typically did. Like, the assets were generating as you played along. I don't know if that's true or not. And I forgot the title of the game, but it was a first-person shooter. It was a 3D FPS game. I mean, it definitely... again, it might not be true, but if it is, and yeah, things were being generated as you played the game, then yeah, just looking at the levels and the enemies, they definitely look like... they don't look human-made. I'm just looking for... there we go. Down there. I've been walking around, climbing and picking things up as I went along, just looking for this samurai puppy. Probably should have just checked the Palpedia earlier. But at least that gave me some time to talk about things. Oh, hold on. 5 extra. So you don't need food, right, Daydream? I do, that's for sure. Because you're not actually deployed. I don't think pals get hungry. Like, pals in your party don't get hungry unless you have them out. So a pal can be on the brink of starvation, literally starving to death, but just put them back in their ball and nothing will happen to them. It's like Pokemon logic, I think. They're just as beaten up and in the same bad condition as they were when they went in. Speaking of... Okay, no. That's still not a thing. That's kind of sad. I mean, the situation's kind of better now, but I do miss being able to throw the spheres. Just doesn't feel the same when you just hold it out like that. Guess I'll cook the poultry as well. Make it last a little bit longer. If you want to stop food from spoiling, just keep moving it around. Even better, cook it and then keep moving it around. It'll last forever. That's what Palworld taught me. Right, so I have a water pal. A fire pal would be nice for things like this. The eggs as well, I guess. Just gotta remember to keep going back into the inventory every now and then to keep moving things around. So nothing rots. Because I did spend a good amount of time just getting this stuff. And I will need this. Until I can get that farm sorted, I will need this. And even when that farm is sorted, this is just gonna be for me as I'm going along my travels. But for as... how do I say this? Even though the situation is not ideal, this is not the best setup in the world, I do feel... I am glad that I'm finally hopping into 1.0. Because I was feeling really impatient. I literally could not wait another day. Somewhere here, right? Did I make... I didn't even make it. I got... Maybe it is my voice. Maybe I should just stop talking. Because I don't think I made the spheres. Like I said, future me, this is amateur as amateurs can get. But then again, this is not meant for an audience, per se. This is just meant for you. Maybe you'll find it nostalgic or something. And again, just watch the silent stream if it really bothers you that much. So spoiled. I care about you too much. I care more about my future self than I do about my present self, I think. There it is. Oh. It's not a grass type, it's an earth type. What the... What? No, 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 no. There you go. You as well. Why are they so fast? Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba. An artisan, that's nice. But what kind of work can you do? Do I even need you at this moment? Well, even if I don't, I still want you anyway. A samurai puppy, for goodness sake. I think I'm doing okay on materials. Finally get that base set up, and I need another chest. Wall-mounted sign, a sign. Where's the improved chest? Antique storage. Can store items. Yeah, but that's not much better than just a normal box, isn't it? Might be mistaken. Carry items to it. Okay. Get the feed box, because we're gonna start a farm now. Mounted torch. Like this. Well, no. The global PAL box. It's nice that Pocket Pair thought of this. Because if you really want to, you can carry over your ridiculously overpowered pals to this new world. That way, you can get a little bit of what you've already done in the past, pre-release, and then carry it over to the new game without just loading an old save and picking up where you left off, and potentially missing a lot of things. But again, personally, it'll ruin the experience for me if I do that. I keep forgetting. It's not shift click. It's, what do I need again? 8 wood and 3 stone. Oh, that's nice. This building outline wasn't there. Outbuilding outline. This guide wasn't here before. You can see how much space it actually takes up, because I think that's something that also peeved me in pre-release, was some buildings have oh, there's a Capriti over there, whatever it's called, but in pre-release, some buildings have restrictions, like you can't build something so close to something else. But it's not, I don't think it showed you just how close is. So that's nice. Quality of life changes. Some things that people asked for. How far is the boundary? I think that's bigger. I did see the boundary was extending up there. Up in the cliff, but I think it is just slightly bigger. Don't do that. Oh wait, no, actually do that. Fix it. That's nice. That's a good change, I think. You no longer have to use repair kits to repair things, thank God. It might make more sense to have a repair kit to fix things, but if it's just gonna make things more tedious than they really should be, that's a good change. And they did add a lot of stuff, so the less things you have to worry about and carry around with you, the better. The farm. But I need someone who can... I think... Hope that thing's still there. Okay, this can gather and this can log. That's good. Can also transport items. Melee weapon damage by 10%. Best boy. Yeah. I don't log for me right now. Hold on, there's something I want to do. Excellent. Always pet the dog in games. Oh, that's level 16. Alright. A club. An actual melee weapon. Or I go out and eat. Ow! Okay, I guess that would be hot, having two fires. Like, having one fire on each side of you would be too hot, wouldn't it? Actual melee weapon before I leave. Venture out there. Looking for people to join my settlement. People. Pals. Speaking of people... Speaking of people, there's a village there, and also I think my attention is needed. I'm alive. I think I cut out there for a moment. Alright, good, I'm alive. I think this game doesn't pause properly, because yes, things still run in the background and it's already nighttime. I had to get some more water as well. I'm really not used to this. But a part of me was like, well, if you're gonna go through the trouble of making a gaming journal, preserve all your precious memories, wouldn't it make more sense to preserve your thoughts about games as well? Yeah, actually. And I sat on this idea for a while. So future me, if you're watching through this, again, you're looking through the channel, and you notice that the 20 or so videos... Why did I... What? No, I meant to pick the berries up. If future me, if you're watching this and you see the channel has, like, the previous videos, the videos that came before this, notice that they're all silent? Yeah, I forwent. Forgoed or forwent? I forwent using a headset microphone, like what I'm doing now, because that would... I still am kind of worried about how bad it would sound. Because I'm not monitoring this. There it is. Oh. There's our farmer. I'm not monitoring this, so I don't know how I sound. And I think monitoring via OBS is kind of unreliable. Maybe not unreliable is the right word, but if you're gonna monitor yourself speaking through a headset microphone, through that same headset, which isn't exactly the best, don't... You almost killed him! And look, he's a workaholic! What the hell is wrong with you? Or, wait, was that... Okay, that was the other guy. But you almost killed that other guy too! God. I am gonna swap you out of the party, I think. I don't like how... Why are there so many of you? I don't like how you almost killed... Hold on. Oh no, never mind, you can stay. That's right, I read about that as well. I didn't even read it properly here. That's a thing. In addition to removing the item requirements for having pals basically act like a stand, they also made it so that they can't kill other pals or kill enemies. That they'll always stay at 1 HP. But I am gonna swap you out though. I don't care much for you. Just to be honest. You have a nice design. I don't know if your design is quote-unquote heavily inspired by a certain other game and its designs. But it's a nice design. But there's just something about you that I don't like. When I find a replacement for you, I think you're pretty handy. Knowing that now, keeping that in mind that you can't actually kill other pals, I'll keep you around. You'll make... the neighbor's dogs. You'll make combat much faster, because we'd be doing more damage. But then I have to keep track of another pal, what it's doing. Well, no. You won't die, right? Like, you're not actually deployed. That's fine. Just more things on screen to look at. So we have No, 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 no. Beds. Back to chopping trees I go, I guess. But at least I have this guy now. Really? Oh, look at him. He's trying so hard, like a certain someone. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I was expecting something very similar to Bushi's wood chopping animation, where you don't even see the sword get drawn. But I guess you're not like that, right? You're... how would I put this? I don't think this is a very good comparison, but if Bushi is an actual samurai, you're like, I guess an anime samurai, like, what's the name of that? What's the name of that anime again? I forgot the Japanese name. But I guess what I'm trying to say is if Bushi is Samurai X, you're like Senran Kagura or something. That's not even the same. They're ninjas, right? They're ninjas, not samurai. Is that enough? No. Some more just in case. Oh wait, I can only fit one pal here. That is enough. Go away. So I actually have to deploy someone first. So I need a shack. But you guys can sleep outside. Oh, I didn't notice there's an arrow. That's not... well... yeah, because... in pre-release, you couldn't see the orientation of things. And things are facing a certain way. So beds, for instance, if pals sleep on it, like one pal would be facing one way, the other one would be facing another way. Unless you did, you know, this thing where you don't rotate it at all and you just moved yourself. But now you can actually see which way it's facing. That's nice. All these little improvements, and there's still a typo in the tutorial. It's... I make it sound like I'm being mean. I sound like I'm... I don't hate these typos. I think it kind of adds to the charm of things. It's just funny to see them again. They don't mean anything. Like this line here in the skybox, it doesn't really mean anything. It's just funny to see. So future me, if you think I'm being mean, I'm not. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to be less negative, and not only less negative, I'm also trying to be less of an asshole. I think I did that wrong. Hold on. Trying to be less of an asshole in general, both to others and myself. These are just light-hearted jabs at a game that I've been waiting for like over 2 years for. Oh, the bed's not even finished. Build the beds. She's just light-hearted jabs at a game that I actually love very much. I spent 500 hours on this game for a reason. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't spend that much time on it. It's just funny to see these things in the full release. What are you doing? Were you just licking the ground? God, I I should build them a feed box now. That's so sad. Or maybe that's just his idle animation, but it's just funnier to think that he's just licking the ground out of desperation. His new owner's not feeding him, almost beat him to death. Now he's hungry, he has no choice but to eat the grass. There. I've grown out of berries. I've relied on berries a lot pre-release, but I made a system for myself where me and well, maybe not me. I still love my meat and my food, but everyone in their base has got to eat salads. That's how I made most of my gold as well in pre-release, just selling a bunch of salads, which is funny. Of all the ways to make money in this game, you wouldn't think it would be from selling salads. But that's how I made my fortune. I could make more spears. 20. Now someone actually does need my attention. Well, this really isn't the best time to be doing this, like I said. Tab out, check the stream. I unfortunately have to call it here. So I think personal matters are starting to require my attention more and more in the background. Again, not... Who's that? Oh, it's just a random lab ball, okay. Not a good time to be doing this. But I'm not gonna wait for a better time. I was not willing to wait for a better time. So closing thoughts, I guess. Just for this first play of Palworld 1.0. This wasn't as different as I was thinking it would be. Like, the starting area, they renamed the starting area, I believe, but everything looks more or less the same. There were some changes here. I think I can kind of feel the performance being optimized. I think pre-release had a lot of stutters, even for me, and this isn't exactly a slouch of a gaming PC, but everything looks the same. It feels slightly better, and I don't think I have much else to say actually, because this is just the starting area, and I didn't even get to go to that village that the lady said. But at least I got this out of the way. Feels good to finally... Is it not rot? No, it is rotting. Okay, that's bad. Feels good to finally be able to start this, at least. And if I have the time to do this more, I'm hoping that personal matters don't require my attention too much, but when I do have the time to do this, I think for the next... Not really... I'm gonna be stuck in this game for a while. Let's just say that. Maybe I'll squeeze something in every now and then. Like another first play, because I have some Steam demos from that I found during Next Fest that I still haven't looked at. I did look at one of them, didn't record it, but it's okay. I'll wait for that game's full release too when it comes out. But there are other demos that I want to look at. Like maybe they'll give me a palate cleanser, I guess, when I somehow start getting really tired of Palworld 1.0, but there is going to be a lot more for me to see here. I mean, I can't even... Where is that? I can't see the village from here. I did turn my graphics settings down just a little bit, just to be safe, because this is my first time recording and streaming while playing this. God, you're just zipping around everywhere. But I think that's gonna have to do it for me now. I have something... No? Don't... I was switching to the out of play transition. I didn't mean for you to roll. Alright, that's enough for now. It is... I didn't even do this at the start, I forgot. It's July 16, 2026. This has been the first play of Palworld 1.0, finally. Can't wait to see what else this game has to offer. Let me go back to the title screen. Oh, there's a tip screen. Oh, I don't think I caught it. No, I think I missed it. Okay, back to out of play. But there's a tip screen now. When you... Back then it was just a black loading screen with some graphics on the bottom right, but Nice. There's an actual tip screen in the loading screen now. You're not just staring at an empty void. Okay. This has been first play of Palworld 1.0. Can't wait to see what else the game has to offer. It also wasn't... This also wasn't as bad as I was expecting. The whole recording yourself talk out loud thing. I am feeling a bit... Oh, there's a stream warning. Current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 6,800. I was not expecting myself to have an okay time with the whole talking to yourself thing. Of course, I stumbled and I tripped. And I paused a lot and lost my train of thought, but at least I'm not a nervous wreck or anything. And I think this would turn out better again if I actually had a good setup for this. This is far from the best setup, I know, but it's still quite bad. It's much worse than I ever would have thought it would be. Even with some adjustments on my end, like trying to make things less noisy and trying to apply filters and whatnot through OBS. So much effort, but I guess I am just limited by awful hardware. But at least my thoughts are preserved somehow. So I'll go ahead and leave this here. Again, future me, if you're watching this and you want to watch a version of this that doesn't have your questionable commentary, if you can even call it commentary, again, there should be a stream of this. I am getting some stream warnings. It says the stream health is good, but the current bitrate is lower than recommended. I didn't change any stream settings though. Why is it lower? I'll have to look into that. Again, as amateur as one can get. So that's it. It's 2 hours 37 minutes of just recording and streaming. I'll go ahead and leave it here and go tend to some personal things.